right, y'all. Live on Instagram, live on IG. What it do? Waiting for my guest to come on, Crypto Cliff. Welcome to the Talking Tarot. There he is. So let me pull you on, Cliff. Today our subject is going to be money. We're going to talk about fake money, digital interest, credit cards, paper money, US dollar, all of that. We're getting ready to talk about that. A lot of people like to say that crypto is fake money and Bitcoin and all this other stuff is fake money. So we're going to get off into that. Give people a better understanding of the economy. So I'm going to bring them on. If you get on this live and join it, just share it, y'all. Please share it so other people could get on here. So let me see. Add a person. It's live for a minute now. Right? But it's been my fault. Moving around doing too much. So I'm waiting for Crypto to come on. The guru of crypto. The Pharaoh of crypto. I'm going to let him introduce himself, but I'm just telling you who he is to me. He's helped a lot of people, and I'm including me as one of them. Let's see, accept, boom, go live. All right. He should be coming on right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see. Is he going to magically appear? Where you at, Cliff? It's telling me I'm accepting. Okay, I sent you an invite. You sent me one. I accepted it. Accept. Go live. All right, y'all. Stick around and get ready to talk about. It says that you're unable to join, and I'm not specifically sure why. I hate when this stuff do this. I'm sending out another invite. Okay.
Hey, hey, what's going on? How you doing?
I am doing magnificent. You don't have no complaints this way.
Absolutely.
Life is beautiful. Life is wonderful. You know, it is what it is. You
Absolutely.
know how they say, take the good, to take the bad, to take them both, and there you have. That's life.
Absolutely. Most definitely. Most definitely.
You know, you take it with a smile and a grain of salt. Keep on moving. Don't stop. You feel me?
Yes, man. I definitely feel you on that one.
That's what I do. What's up, y'all? If y'all join in, share this live, please, so that more people can see it than not. As I feel like a lot of people need some understanding in this area, which me at one point was one of them until I took the class with Crypto Cliff. So Crypto Cliff, tell us who you are, what you do, and other people will see it on other platforms after this one as
Yes.
well.
So my name is Crypto Cliff. I'm a full-time investor, full-time mentor. I've been a full-time investor for a little over 12 years now. I taught a lot of people, taught thousands of people. I have 786 students now who have personally been taught directly by me one-on-one. I've created 25 millionaires. Took, like I said, over 700 people from living paycheck to paycheck to having at least 5 figures in their portfolios. Full-time real estate investor, full-time crypto investor. Crypto is like that's like my number one go-to, right? Stock investor, just all around entrepreneur.
Yes. And he's also an author. Don't forget
Oh, yeah.
that part.
That's the part I keep forgetting a lot. I'm also an author, established author, yes.
Yep. So today, y'all, what we're here to talk about is money, digital money, credit cards. I hear a lot of people talk about Bitcoin and crypto being fake money. It's fake. Don't get involved in it and all of this type of stuff. Um, One thing I learned in your class, because I'm a student as well. I'm still a student. But I did take the course that he had. And one thing I learned is that crypto money can help you earn interest on your investments. And a lot of people, they don't even get to that part of understanding that. They're so busy saying that it's the fake internet money. But we don't think about the US dollar and all these other things that we use as currency, like credit cards and stuff like that. This is what I wanted you to give the clarity on, Cliff. Let's talk about it. Let's go. Let's talk about the legal tender.
Oh yeah,
What's up with that?
legal tender. Let me talk on credit first. There's a post going around. It's going around all over social media about what would you rather have? Would you rather have $2 million in cash or 850 credit score? And the average person says they'd rather have 850 credit score, not knowing that you automatically take on all of the debt that you're going to accumulate with the 850 credit score, right?
Mm.
Now, as far as going into the legal tender, going into the U.S. dollar is the most depreciating asset on the planet right now. It's the most depreciating asset on the planet right now. And it's because our money is so heavily inflated to it's ridiculous. Think about this. The national inflation rate right now is 9.3%. The national
Mm.
inflation rate is 9.3%. That's national. There are places like right now I'm in Metro Atlanta. Metro Atlanta has an inflation rate of 26.7%. There are places in the United States that have an inflation rate of over 50%. And that percentage
That's ridiculous.
is climbing. It's climbing. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the U.S. dollar is the most depreciatory asset on the planet right now, and it's because of our inflation rates. We're in the largest financial bubble in U.S. history right now. Our debt is 3 times larger than it was during the Great Depression.
And that's crazy because the inflation is produced by them printing large quantities of money because of the government's high level of debt. So you put
Absolutely.
us in debt to pay off your debt, and now we're in debt. It doesn't make any sense. It's like a big old fiscal scam. Is what I see. And a lot of people look at digital money as as a scam, and all of this stuff. When you look at it, credit. Speaking of credit cards, that's not real money. And it's not backed by tangible precious metals or tangible wealth. And a lot of people don't realize that all of the currencies that we're using right now is pretty much the same thing that they evolved into, the same way they're evolving into the crypto and the Bitcoin currency. So can you touch on that a little bit as far as how they evolved from? At one point in time, I know the U.S. dollar was backed by tangible wealth,
Mm-hmm.
but I would say maybe in the 20th century, and this was learned in your class. So y'all listen, I'm talking stuff I learned in his class, okay? About the digital dollar and the currency and stuff like that. It was backed by gold and precious metals and things of that nature, but in the 20th century, all of that changed. And now our dollar is backed by nothing. So we pretty much, the dollar that we have in our pocket, it has no value.
Absolutely.
Yes,
You're absolutely right.
you hear
So
people saying things like Bitcoin, that's fake. That's it. And crypto, that's all fake. So what do you say about that? What do you say to the people that perceive Bitcoin and crypto that way?
So let's break down how the U.S. dollar used to be prior to 1953. You see, before 1953, we lived under something called the gold standard, meaning our money was backed by physical gold, physical silver, oil, copper. It was backed by coal. It was backed by a physical resource. During 1953, the year of 1953, that's when we switched over to the system we under right now, currently today, which is the fiat currency system. Now, that system is a system of IOU, basically meaning the government can print money as needed. It can print money as they need it, right? And that money it did have a security. It was backed by a peace treaty we actually had with Saudi Arabia for oil. A lot of people, and I want everybody on this call, everybody who's going to watch this video later on, to look up ISO 222. Look up what the BRIC system is. The BRIC system, BRICS. BRIC stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Those countries are the systems that are put in place right now who have a physical dollar bill that is actually backed by resources now. So Saudi
Hmm.
Arabia is one of those BRICS countries now. They switched over to the BRICS countries last year, meaning they completely severed the oil treaty we had with Saudi Arabia last year, meaning our dollar is even more devalued now than it was last year. Do y'all not know that the U.S. dollar loses at least 7.3% of interest every single year? It's
I know.
7.3%. Oh, get this. Oh, this is the craziest part. They tell us our debt crisis is what, 37.6 trillion? The
That's impossible.
interest that, listen to this, the interest that we own on our debt, the interest that we own on the debt is over 1 trillion. So either somebody's lying or we had a 420 credit score as a country. I mean, we took some
Right.
bad loans, right? Because think about it. If our debt is 37.6 trillion and the interest is 1 trillion, that means we had to take a loan to take out on the interest had to be at least 56%. So that means
That's it.
if you really look at it, honestly, we're probably close to over or even over 100 trillion in true debt.
That's terrible. And you know what's crazy is people go to work every day and they don't realize that they're overslaving themselves for for money, for currency that doesn't have any value. It doesn't even have, it's not even backed by value. When you sit at home and you tell people every day how much currency you're collecting, when you collect it, it's like it has just about the same value, or if not more, as what we're already doing. But what we're already doing, it's not backed by anything.
Nothing at
And
all.
it's all fake money. It's all fake. So everybody is going to work every day slaving over fake money.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's legal. It's a legal tender in the United States, the US dollar. Even when you look at uh, the Indian dollar or the Euro dollar, all of it is fake. None of it is backed by anything tangible.
Mm-hmm.
But people say that people like you, or they have their religious leaders telling them, don't get involved in crypto or Bitcoin because it's fake money. It ain't real. But what we're doing right now is fake money too. It ain't real either.
Not. But this is the difference with crypto. Here's the difference with crypto. Crypto is not backed by, and this is the one biggest misconception that a lot of people don't know about crypto. Crypto is not backed by the fiat currency system. Crypto is backed by the technology behind that cryptocurrency. So if you really look into it, crypto is a deflationary asset that can actually bring the inflation rate down because it is backed by a resource, which is technology. Bitcoin is
Right.
backed by the technology of Bitcoin. What makes Bitcoin so valuable is the fact that it's the only, and I will say this again, this is the only currency outside of gold that can be moved around the world anonymously. Meaning no government can see what goes on with those cryptocurrency transactions.
Now, see, this is the thing with the US dollar is why they created the legal tender in the first place, so they could keep track of money, so they could keep track of what's going on. They could keep getting everybody's business, so to speak, and they can use it to tax people, with other revenues. People go up on rates of taxes, taxing people and stuff like that. Now, let me ask you this. What would you say was the difference between the US dollar, the Indian rupee, and the euro?
What's the difference
Because
between?
it's all subsidized by government regulation. What do you see a difference in these different entities of currencies in these different places? Europe, the Indian dollar, and the US, the tender US tender.
No, because they're all backed by the fiat currency system that is ran by the UN, that's ran by the SWIFT system. So they're all just fiat currencies, and they can print money as needed. Think of one of the biggest things that was the biggest detriment. Excuse me, the biggest detriment to our economy lately was those stimulus checks. People don't know
Mm-hmm.
every single time you think you're getting a Band-Aid that's over an overflowing wound, basically. When you get that stimulus check, it drains the economy even more to the point to where we don't even have a true middle class anymore. Do you know that? I want y'all to hear this, and this right here gonna be mind blowing. Do you know what it takes to be lower middle class now? It's 174,000 a year annually to be lower middle class. Now
That's crazy.
I'm 38 years old, right? I ain't that old, but I remember when it was the goal to make $100,000 a year.
Yep.
That 100,000 puts you in the upper lower class now.
Yeah, I remember when you was considered wealthy if you was making $75,000 to $80,000 a year. Now I'm old. He ain't that old. I am. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I might not live. Shoot up. She ain't no spring chicken around this joint. I've been around my roots. I've been around for a long time now. And I remember when I remember when you used to go to the store and buy a pop for 35 cents. I remember that. When you used to go get a candy bar for a nickel. See, I remember those things. I'm telling my age, but I've been around to see how the economy has changed over time. So the people who say that crypto is fake internet money, what would you say to that?
I would say I've created millionaires from crypto and I've made millions from crypto. If it was fake money, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. If it was fake money, the United States government would own 230,000 Bitcoin if it was fake money. If it was fake money, the top industry, the top investment corp in the world, BlackRock. If you don't know who BlackRock is, you're way out of the loop. It's the top investment corp in the world who literally owns everything. They own 399,000 Bitcoin. So if the top investors of the world are buying cryptocurrency and telling you to invest in cryptocurrency, what do you think you should be doing?
Right.
Right?
And so it's just another, so crypto basically and Bitcoin is just another currency that's taking the place of what we're doing now.
It's
Fake,
bigger than that.
fake money and credit cards.
Yeah, it's bigger than that because it's a one world universal currency. You see, it doesn't matter where I am in the world, I can go spend that Bitcoin, right? It doesn't matter where I'm in the world, I can go spend the XRP. It doesn't matter where I'm in the world, I can go spend the XLM. And it moves around the world faster and cheaper than every single penny, every single nickel, dime, quarter, dollar bill, gold, whatever commodity you can come up with. It moves around the world faster than those systems. So
Right.
it's a better all around alternative to our conventional system now, our traditional system now. And it's getting ready to completely collapse our systems.
Right. Now, what do you see the future of credit cards going? Because you hear people talk about credit a lot. Business credit, personal credit. What do you see the future of that going?
I, I see us going towards a more so of a barter system type system because of the debt. I see us going to a place to where you need to have some type of asset in order for you to be able to even access credit. Think
Right.
about this. They're talking about now, and this is just crazy, but they're talking about now you have to make at least 200,000 a year with absolutely no debt to be able to afford a house in the United States right now, a middle class house.
I can believe it because these renters, the renting industry is ridiculous. I mean, they want you to make dang on near $100,000 a year. They want you to pay first month's rent and 6 months rent, and the house be this big. You know what I'm saying? So I can definitely, I listen. I think that a lot of people really should open their mind up to go deeper into the knowledge of what Bitcoin and crypto is. There are a lot of scammers out here that's doing this, but this is why I love to do these types of interviews with you because it gives people the opportunity to, think about it and to be able to follow you and be able to take your classes and your courses. Somebody who's legit. I would like to think I'm a reliable source to the people that know me. They know I'm not a bull esser. So I'm not just going to have anybody I'm not going to be coming on here endorsing just anything and anybody. I've taken the class. My son has taken the class, and I learned a lot out of it. I've learned how to go to the board, and I've learned, how to identify when the market is up, when the market is down, and things of that nature. And so, I want to suggest that people pay attention because if you want to talk about fake money, the dollar bill in your pocket right now, it has no value. It's just a legal note that the government has approved for you to buy and sell and do whatever you want to do. But at some point in time, we ain't gonna have to, that's gonna be over with. And that's what this is all about. Fake money. All of it is fake. Your credit card, all of it is digital. It's no different. The only difference is what you're saying is that you can't earn interest on your crypto investments. Can you explain that?
Can you earn interest? Absolutely. So one of the best ways for you to earn interest on crypto is something called crypto staking. Now, staking is basically the process of locking up your cryptocurrency holders into a protocol and allowing the protocol to use your cryptocurrency to verify transactions on the blockchain. In layman's terms, what it means is you're going to hold your cryptocurrency anyway. You're just going to add your cryptocurrency to a protocol, and that protocol is going to use that cryptocurrency to verify things, and it's going to pay you an APR. There are some staking rewards where you can make 26% annually. 50% annually, 150% annually. I do it all the time. As a matter of fact, I live off my staking rewards. I don't spend my crypto. I live off the rewards, the interest I earn off my cryptocurrency. So that is another way for you to be able to build interest in crypto. There are literally hundreds of ways for you to make money in cryptocurrency. Prime example, like one of my favorite things to do is virtual real estate. That's by way of NFTs. I even have my daughters, I have three girls. My three girls, they make money weekly off of just buying and selling virtual real estate in the crypto space. That's another avenue that a lot of people don't look into. I mean, it's so vast to the point to where when my students come to me, I make sure they're 10 years ahead of the game.
Right.
Because the
Yeah.
average person right now is just not starting to ask what Bitcoin is. And
Yeah.
my students know about the metaverse, they know about NFTs, they know about Web3 tokens, they know about, AI tech. My students are fully equipped to take on the next 10, 15 years. Right. And
Right.
that's one of the things I think a lot of, especially our people, we don't look into. We live for not even a day anymore. We live for the minute now.
Moment.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we live for the
That's
moment now, and it's actually sad. I put a post up on Facebook earlier. It says it's knowledge is a blessing and a curse, and it's even more so of a curse when people don't acknowledge the fact that you are trying to help them with the knowledge that and that's mostly our people. It's mostly our people.
it is. And a lot of it is because we're so caught up in a one-track mind. And I feel like politics and religion, we've really been so coerced into ignoring other things that's going on around us. It doesn't hit us until it crashes. It's like a tsunami. It has to abruptly catch us off guard for us to be like, well, why? See, they didn't nobody warn us, but you didn't want to listen. You don't listen. We don't listen to each other. We've been so programmed and brainwashed not to hear what each other have to say, But again, as we've talked about on other videos, if you look at anything else other than what you were, you have people trying to fight to you fast. They would be
Yeah,
shelling it out to you. And that's just our people, and it's sad. Now, when you talk about making investments, I heard you speak of a high percent of investments that you can gain interest on from crypto versus gaining interest with your money sitting in the bank.
you can't gain interest with your money sitting in the bank. It's not possible. Here's why: your money loses 7% every single year. Let's talk about how the banking system works because a lot of people are not even aware of how a banking system actually works. So this is how a banking system works. Let's say you put $100 in the bank, right? When you put $100 in a bank, I'll say you put $1,000 in the bank. You put $1,000 in the bank. That bank then takes that $1,000 and says, "We're going to pay you 0.01% interest on your $1,000, which is basically no money, right?" But
Right.
that's what we sign up for whenever we get a bank account. They then take that $1,000 that you put into a bank and do something called fractional lending, where they make an imaginary $11,000, right? They then lend that $12,000, meaning your thousand and that imaginary $11,000 out for anywhere between 4 to 23% interest. Make all of the
Mm.
money back off of that imaginary money and pay you 0.015. Now, if I was telling you to do this for me, if I was telling you to give me your money and I did the same thing, you would call me the biggest scam in the world. Yet
Yep.
every single banking system on the planet does that same exact thing. And you lose money by putting money in a bank because you're going to lose at least 7% interest every single year.
That's crazy. And so versus that,
Mm-hmm.
with your with your funds being held in crypto, you can earn interest on your investments up to the same amount of interest they're taking out of your money every year.
Absolutely. Easily. You can earn, as a matter of fact, depending on what avenue of crypto you're diving into, you can earn that daily. Prime example, excuse me. If I invested a portion of my crypto funds into the crypto futures markets. You see what we do in the futures markets every single day. There's nothing for me to
Mm-hmm.
go in the futures market to make 300-400% daily.
I'll see you do it.
And not just
You
me,
show it.
the network. My network does it. My students do it. I can post screenshots all day, every day for 3 or 4 weeks straight, all day,
Right.
every day. My students who make at least 25% daily on their investments. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one other aspect. You got crypto options. You got spot trading. If you just wanted to hold your crypto, if you wanted to be someone who just held cryptocurrency, let me tell you how holding cryptocurrency and what it's done for me personally. Right? I got into Bitcoin in November of 2011. My first Bitcoin buy. I am up right now 67,000% on my very first Bitcoin holdings.
Damn,
My average
man.
Bitcoin buying price is around $4,600. Average buying price. Overall, I'm up 49,000% on all of my Bitcoin holdings. Overall, that's what.
Explain to people what that looks looks like in a US dollar.
You mean a dollar figure?
Yeah, if you were to transmute that into transvert that into US dollar, what does that look like? So they could understand your language.
I made over 11 million in Bitcoin alone.
Period. You hear that?
Yeah.
This is what he's saying. But he's speaking in the language of cryptocurrency so that people that's watching it that don't understand what he's talking about can understand what he just said. Let me ask you this. For the average person that retire or work in the US, the United States, that don't have an IRA or retirement plan, what would you say to them?
You're setting yourself up for failure. I wouldn't even go IRA at this point. I would go straight commodities because a lot of people don't know what's going on in the world right now. I don't know if y'all heard, but Iran just invaded Israel. And every single country that is BRICS, every single Islamic country over there is telling the United States, you cannot fly over my land or we will attack you.
Mm.
Meaning World War III is here. So, and it's going to be a financial war, meaning it's going to be worse than we going over there shooting up people. A financial war means hyperinflation is coming. What exactly is hyperinflation? This is not a scare tactic. This is exactly what the hell is getting ready to happen. Hyperinflation means $12, $14, $16 gas prices. Your loaf of bread going from $3, $4, which is expensive now, because I remember when a loaf of bread was 79 cents. Going from $3 to $4 to over $20 per loaf of bread. That is what's going on right now in the world, and nobody's being prepared for it because we too damn busy on TikTok. We're too damn busy dancing, doing challenges. We're too damn busy doing everything else but being busy, getting everything together. So crypto is a way for you to be able to move around the world because it is a cross-border transactional currency, meaning no matter where you are in the world, you can spend your cryptocurrency. I'll give y'all another one. Every single person who's listening to this video, every single person who will listen to this video needs to be buying silver. Point blank. Silver coins, gold coins. Start buying physical commodities and commodities that can be world transactional currencies, meaning no matter where you are in the world, you can spend that currency because the United States dollar is getting ready to fall. And I'm not talking about fall in the next 10, 15 years. I'm talking about by the end of this year.
It's hard. It's shit. It's hard. You got to be a blind fool not to see what a U.S. dollar is already headed based off of where it's already at.
Yeah.
Nobody can deny what you're saying because we're living in that. We're living it in the moment of it, the Kodak moment of it. You know.
I don't know why they don't think. Why do you think these billionaires? First off, and here's how you know things are really getting bad. There have been 157 CEOs and high-ranking officials in the top Fortune 500 companies who have already sold off majority of their shares to their companies. Even Jeff Bezos has sold off shares to Amazon. And these people are buying bunkers and moving to other countries. Why do you think all these celebrities are moving to other countries right now?
I'm going to tell you what my eye opener was when they were giving out all this free money to companies and businesses. And I'm like, just for no reason. $30,000 a head if you could come up with if you had 6 people working in your company during a pandemic, we can give you that money. They was giving away so much money. And I'm like, when did they just give away money like this? So it really started, like you said, with the stimulus thing. The stimulus, what was the other PPO loan? All this money for the last several years, they just been giving it away. That was an eye opener for me right there.
Oh yeah, and that was the biggest boom, honestly, because this has been going on for around 37 years right now. Almost as long as I've been old, how old I am, right? But that was the biggest boom because like now we're in a free fall. We might as well just shut people up by giving them money. Think about it. Nobody really went to jail behind that PPP loan, and everybody and their mama had a PPP loan, right?
So they did.
So I didn't have one because I seen the BS, but
I didn't have one either. I'm like,
yeah, but
I'm good.
it's very, very, very shocking that a country would just give away that much money like that. But it's not just the United States. You're talking about countries who have their currency under the fiat currency SWIFT system will fall. You're talking about the euro. You're talking about the Japanese yen. You're talking about all these countries are getting ready to completely dismantle because there is a war that's right now, not even on our horizon. The shit is going on right now.
Yeah,
They're literally dropping bombs right now. The United States and British air pilots are flying over that country right now, shooting down drones.
that's crazy. That's
I'm
crazy.
talking
And
as we speak. Yeah.
it's definitely happening because, the Muslims, they're talking about it. The Nation of Islam is talking about it. I've seen somebody posting about it yesterday or earlier today. So they're of course following times and what's going on because they are a Muslim nation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, I've been watching. I've been sitting back just taking note because I'm seeing it. But this is why I wanted to come here with you and bring some more awareness to people who think that Bitcoin and crypto is fake and they're being advised by their, spiritual, religious leaders or the government not to get involved in it, not to tamper into it. What would you tell them at this point?
Go to Google and look up Google for yourself and say how many Bitcoin does the United States government own. That'll give you an answer right there. Wow. I'm sorry.
What would you say? What would your advice be to, and I'm bringing this up because religion has such a diehard effect on the indigenous mind.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of religious leaders are telling the rank and file not to do this. Don't get involved with that. It's fake money. The dollar bill in our pocket is fake. The credit cards we walking around with is fake. I mean, what's the difference? And that's my whole point. There is no difference between the money you could go pull out your pocket that's in a note, the credit card that you could go swipe, and what it is that we're sitting here talking about right now. There's no difference, except we're getting ready to slowly evolve out of this currency, and we're headed toward the currency that we're sitting here talking about right now. Crypto and Bitcoin, which is the future. It's becoming the future. Like you said, it has been for over a period of time. Things started going digital a very long time ago. It's not new, but because of the inflation, it's starting to grasp a lot of attention. So before we head out, Cliff, I want to thank you for coming on here to talk about this because we could be here all day talking about this, baby, because you got so much insight on this. But what I really wanted people to get out of this is to decipher the difference between the money that they have now, the dollar bill that they're holding on to now, which is something they can tangibly see and feel, the credit cards that they have, versus what they're calling fake money, what they're calling digital money and paper money. And I wanted you to explain the difference of this to them, because if they're calling this stuff fake, then it's all of it is fake.
Yeah.
None of it is real. The only thing is real is pretty much the precious metals, the gold and the silver, which is what you're telling people to invest in, because at some point in time, their credit is not going to mean anything. They're going to have tangible goods in order to get anything.
Absolutely. I want to break that down a little bit because you mentioned something that was highly important about the religious leaders. Do you know how many pastors of not just small churches, but mega churches I've taught how to invest in the crypto? And when I
Hmm.
mentioned, do you want me to teach your congregation? No, they're not ready for that.
That is every religious leader's answer to everything when it comes to enlightening their congregation on what's going to help them become grounded and
Mhm.
independent. They're not ready.
They're not
They're not
ready for that.
ready.
And I mean, full-time investors in the crypto space who will tell me straight up, no, they're not ready for that. Nah. This is for me right now. This is for me and my family.
Wow. Yep. That's how they do. Y'all hear that? Y'all, could you repeat that again? I think they need a replay.
You'll be
Could you say it?
surprised. Yeah, you'll be surprised at how many pastors, not just pastors, people who are in big organizations, people who are in fraternities, who come to me and they want me to teach them the crypto space, and I teach them how to invest in the crypto. They know how to invest in crypto. I have two of them right now that are getting ready to walk into the crypto millionaire market. Right now, because they're my students, I won't mention any names, but you'll be surprised at how many religious leaders, how many people who are big into the community, how many people who have large followings, who get the information and they're selfish with the information. They don't want to enhance their community with the information. They just want to fill their pockets up themselves. That is the truth, absolute truth. And I mean pastors of mega churches. I've taught this too.
And already noticed. And that is the reason why I like doing these videos.
Mm-hmm.
For those who really want to, whose interest is piqued, but they're being told by something or another source that they feel is reliable. No, don't do it. But something in them is like, man, go see what it is, and they won't do it, and they can come across a video like this and be like, you know what? Make up their own mind.
Mm-hmm.
Go and check things out and investigate things for themselves, because I think that is criminal.
It
I
is.
think it's unethical. I think it's inhumane for people to know, anybody calling themselves a leader, to know where we're headed in this economy and to deliberately keep the people that they're supposed to be leading ignorant of the disasters that's going to fall upon them because they have no clue what's going on with the economy. That is so inhumane and unethical.
Think about this.
And you do, that's how they do. That's how they do you.
One of the people I taught him for free because he had a huge network, and he was a good friend of mine until this point. He has a travel group that has over 400,000 members, Black travel group.
Wow.
And I mentioned it to him, like, hey, bro, why don't you introduce me to the travel group? I taught him how to invest in the crypto. Never got a response, and I taught him for free. So it's a lot of people out here who are knocking other people from getting information simply because they don't want you to have access to their network. When I'm not trying to take over anyone's network, my number one goal is to enlighten the people. Teach
Yes.
the people. Your network is in
That's
there.
when I respect you like I do. That's why I call you the Pharaoh of the crypto. Y'all, let me tell you, this is spiritual work that this man is doing. Because anything that's helping people to bring the enlightenment to people, to help them stay afloat, to help them lead them in the right direction in any type of way, that's spiritual as well as physical, as well as tangible. It's like one gift wrapped up in one box, you know. So I do definitely. I can't wait to be able to come back again and talk about another important subject. But I definitely feel like this is what's important because people are being turned away by their religious leaders, their family members, and all of that type of stuff. And I ain't messing with that. But you got a credit card and you walking around with a legal tender. That's all fake money. All of it is fake. So, but you're still able to use it. It's legal. Whereas once that stuff falls, that economy falls and that kingdom falls, and then everything is here. Everybody's gonna be looking crazy. The crime rate gonna be crazy. I mean, I just see disaster for people who's really not trying to open their minds up and learn something new. This is the time to do it, y'all. Got this brother on the other line. Cliff, tell them where to find you at.
You can find me here on Instagram, Mr. I Am Money. You can find me on Facebook, not Creed the Crypto Cliff, my page, or Clifton O'Neill. You can find me on TikTok, Crypto Cliff. I'm all over everywhere. They can come directly through you and get in contact with me.
Talk about your classes and your courses as well that you offer people.
So I offer a one-on-one 12-week course. One-on-one 12-week course. That course is my most limited course. I only do 2 or 3 students a month with that course. I also host every blue moon. I host a 6-week group course. That course puts you into the game. It's a full throttle crypto course, and we actually teach you how to trade the futures market as well. So you become a day trader by taking either one of those courses. But my one-on-one course, that's the course that's the most successful. That's the course that has built the millionaires. That's the course that turned people into day traders. That's the course that also helped retire 106 people.
So there y'all have it, y'all. Crypto Cliff, Clifton O'Neill. Get with him on Facebook. Get with him on Instagram. Get with him on TikTok. Follow his page. Pay attention to what he's saying. People will feel some type of way about what you're saying because they don't understand why you're putting this information out there like that. And it's a detriment to people when you see something in a certain way that you see other people are not paying attention to. And it causes you to want to give people a certain type of a push, so to speak. Give them a light, a fire. And some people don't know how to take what you do, and they think that you're being arrogant, and they think that all you talk about is money, and they think that all you do is this. What do you say to that?
I say if you go around a bunch of wealthy people, the conversation never leaves money. You have to speak your existence into existence. You have to think your existence. Everything you speak, everything you ingest, whether it's mentally, physically, or spiritually, is manifested into this reality. So when I talk about
Yes.
money, when I say I am money, when I speak on the wealth that I am bringing to me, the wealth I'm bringing to my children, it not only psychologically puts me into that position, it physically and spiritually puts me into that position. So of course I'm going to speak about money. I've been around billionaires. I've been around multimillionaires. I've been in that space. And guess what? They never not. It don't matter whether they're talking about their family, whether they're talking about their jobs, whether their careers, whether they're talking about their investments. The conversation never leaves money because it's just that important. If you don't think money is important, if you don't think that becoming wealthy is important, try to turn on your light switch without paying your light bill.
Yeah. I wanted to put that out there for future people that's going to follow your page, because this is what you do. You are a full-time investor. This is where your time and your energy is being put. You're helping other people learn to do the same thing. You're actually showing people how to make money and become more financially independent without having to slave at a job all day. So it makes sense that this is what you talk about. I get inspired by your posts because of the way that I think, but everybody is not in that space psychologically and mentally to where they understand it, because most people are worried about everything except their financial stability.
That's what I hear all the time.
They get what they need and they okay. But your page aren't for those types of people. Those are the ones that's going to complain. So I wanted to give people a heads up before they follow your page that this is what you're going to see. This is what he does. I'm a spiritualist. So when you come to my page, you're going to see me talk about spiritual things all the time. Okay? It just is what it is. Now, I'm still too. But my main foundation is I'm talking about spiritual things because that is where my gifts are. Okay? I stay in my own lane. He stay in his own lane. We inspire one another. We bring our resources together and we make magic. And that is what we should be doing as a people. Cliff, thank you so much for coming in and tapping in with us, giving us some of your head space and your brain space, your energy. I say to those prospective clients and students that's going to come to you. So let's get it. I'm definitely looking forward to getting myself back in the game again. I ain't left the game. I just had to sit down for a minute. Life be life, and I got other things going on, other investments, and certain things. You know what it is, and other projects too that I am working on. But trust me and believe me, baby. When I get the knock and I'm like, I'm ready, Cliff, let's get it. Girl, you keep on up. I know, but I'm here. Let's get it. Let me tell y'all. Get with Cliff, y'all. Get with him. Get with him. I saw what he can do. I saw what he showed me. And baby, I'm plugged. I'm plugged into this. So get y'all class on. Do whatever research y'all need to do. Get with Cliff. And on that note, is there anything else you want to leave us with before we head up out?
I appreciate the invite. It's always a pleasure to come on your platform and actually speak. So if you ever need me to come back again, just let me know. I got you.
Oh, we definitely gonna do that. And we definitely gonna be, because I want people to know who you are and what you do, because I saw what you taught me and what you showed me. And baby, let me tell you, when it's time to pay some bills off and you can do that and still know you got a way to make sure you good, please. Let me tell you, if it got something to do with me leaving a legacy behind for mine and an estate behind for mine, and 6,000 years, like they still talking about Jesus, my kids gonna still be, my family and my bloodline still gonna be talking about me, and they still gonna be eating off what I do, you dang all right. We gonna keep coming back, okay?
Absolutely. That's what it's about. It's all about legacy. People don't realize how important your name is until you're gone and that name is forgotten forever.
Period. What are you? Why would somebody remember you for 6,000 years down the line? Let me tell you, 6,000 years from now, whoever my bloodline is going to be, they're going to remember me. I'm going to make sure of that. That's why, baby, we plugged in. You already know what it is. So on that note, y'all, thank y'all for tapping in. Share this message, share this live, get with Cliff, and I'll see y'all on the next Talking Tarot with your girl, Nairi Sanchez. On that note, we out. Peace.